when they hear Sandstorm and Sir Big Spur starts getting those claws sharpened, Williams-Brice Stadium comes alive in support of their South Carolina Gamecocks. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. From the gun. Give on the inside. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all offseason. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Looking to throw, it's Cole. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to...
Nothing but green ahead. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. This crowd knows when to bring it. Looking to pass inside the red zone. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Dropping back, it's Cole. He's got his man. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
First down here for the offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He'll pull it down and run. And he scoots his way to the first. Slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll go to the counter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. They're working that left side. Oh, there's the ball. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Dowdell. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. South Carolina ready to go on the attacking another offensive odyssey. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He's going to pass on 2nd down. He's right on target. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Quarterback will audible. He's going to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Fires to the big fella. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
You see all this movement in football now, all the sting in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Right back to him. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. It's complete to the left. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Hit the afterburners, kid. Past the 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And the Ducks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal.
South Carolina, 0.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
South Carolina, 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Dowdell. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, South Carolina. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll run this play from the pistol. To the ground with the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And on that run, he shows you his speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right here.
Throws for the tight end. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
Listen, we all want to get to the quarterback and get sacks, but when you realize the quarterback's going to throw the football right away, you just try to get your hands in the air, get a deflection, make him throw around you. Great job by the defensive end.
On the option. Turns it on in midfield.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
The Ducks are on the move. Running back searching for a hole. Crosses the 30, he's got away. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy, run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. Goes to the option. The pitch. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Oregon.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. They'll try it on the ground. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. There was never a doubt about going for it there. If you don't go for it, you send the message to your team you don't believe in it.
Yeah, I mean, that close, literally you're talking about falling forward. I can't fall forward and get inches. Man, I'm taking my chances with that.
Went to the running game to convert that 4th down. They might go right back to it here. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to advance on the football.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football in.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Scanning the field, it's Cole. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he's got it at the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Now on the move. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away, and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. a play fake. Now to throw. Finds his tight end. Bringing the heat. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. The receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry up. He's back to throw on second down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked up.
Third and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. They'll try to get the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Makes the grab well past the sticks. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
And that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quick strike complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, 28, South Carolina, 7.
And the Ducks will boot it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like, this offense When I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
They'll go to the ground. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. Tackle is made after the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They'll give it to him again. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Second down coming up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over. And you saw it on that play.
Unloads it left. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Leaves it with the running back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Wants to throw. It's Cole. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They're bringing heat. Dances away to buy time. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
And that's why quarterbacks take their offensive lines out for all-you-can-eat wings. Clean pocket, able to step up, scan the entire field, and pick the open receiver.
And the Ducks with the 1st and 10. The give to the back. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
Second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Cole. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The Ducks line it up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And the pummeling has started.
Number 19.
This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Now on 2nd and short after that pickup. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And it's slipped out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, but man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
29 Philly.
Looking downfield, it's Cole. Looking to the big tight end. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
It's caught. Makes the grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. Smacks him with the stiff arm. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. And the Ducks are rolling down the field.
Cricket.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, Oregon! And the punishment has been extended. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Just about set to kick it away.
Set to kick this one away.
And here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23.
Will take over 1st and
10. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something. Put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Oregon 42, South Carolina 7.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Lasso! Lasso!
To the air on 1st down. He'll take the deep shot. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks! This This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
The give to the tailback. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Back to throw, it's Cole. He'll pull it down. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. The Ducks in the hurry up.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield.
He's taking the shot. He caught it. Touchdown, Ducks! And the route is on.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Washington State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Pullman behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Kansas State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense.
Over.
Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The option look. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And the beatdown has ensued.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
South Carolina, 14.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. A strike downfield. The expressway is wide open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Off play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Dowdell. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal.
Here we go.
They'll leave it with him. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Touchdown Gamecocks! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
Get set, get set.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning.
On the set.
Split backs here.
Check, check.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. His punt is blocked. Now they'll take it the other way. Gets it down to the 14 before he stopped. Broad field position after the blocked punt.
Man, that guy came flying in off the right-hand side. He was able to easily block that punt. I'll tell you what, when you get blocked punts like that in special teams, those are the plays that can completely change the course of a game.
Trying to find his man on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Here's the handoff. At the 15, he's loose. Drills him with the stiff arm. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
No matter where they are on the field, they'll go for those chunk plays, and they got one that has them set up 1st and 10 at the 42. They'll give it to the back. Keeps the legs moving.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Easy.
Trying play action. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it inside the 25. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he made the extra point without problem.
Number 12.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got the back over the middle. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on 2nd down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. After this, it'll be a wrap. Now from inside the red zone. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.